The palace corridors whispered long before the headlines screamed. It began as a faint rustle behind closed doors, a shadow flitting across the grand halls of Buckingham Palace, and it would soon erupt into a full-blown inferno that scorched Meghan Markle's already fragile reputation. They called it a scandal, but those who knew the inner workings of the monarchy called it something far more sinister. A trap meticulously designed, set, and sprung by none other than Queen Consort Camilla herself. For years, Camilla had perfected the art of surviving royal storms. She had endured public scorn, tabloid venom, and the ghost of Diana haunting her every step. But when Meghan Markle entered the royal stage, Camilla sensed a new kind of threat, unpredictable, media-savvy, and dangerously beloved at first. Meghan was not just a duchess, she was a disruptor, and disruptors in the royal court rarely survived without scars. The Queen Consort had learned the old Windsor creed: if you cannot control the narrative, you bury it, or better yet, you turn it against it. The scheme began quietly. An innocent dinner here, a whispered briefing there. Trusted journalists were invited under the pretense of private briefings about the future. In reality, they were fed morsels, subtle, poisonous morsels, about Meghan's alleged disloyalty, her temper, her supposed secret communications with media figures. The aim was never an open assault. Camilla knew better. The aim was erosion, slow, calculated. Weeks turned into months. Then came the leak, a mysterious email, apparently from a senior palace aide, claiming Meghan had been coordinating a private documentary exposing royal secrets. The timing was surgical, just as Meghan and Harry were preparing their next public charity. Headlines exploded: is Meghan betraying the crown from afar? Talk shows devoured. Commentators smirked. Public sympathy, already fatigued by the Sussexes' repeated tell-alls, and in the shadows of Clarence House, Camilla reportedly smiled. Those close to the Queen Consort insisted she never planned. They called it circumstantial timing. But others whispered of a more elaborate mechanism, a network of long loyal media editors, old hunting companions of Charles, figures who owed their careers to discreet tips from the royal press office. Meghan, on the other hand, found herself cornered. Any denial she issued only fueled the fire. Silence made her appear guilty. Outrage made her seem unstable. Camilla had designed the perfect catch-20. Harry, furious, tried to shield his wife. He drafted statements, called allies, even considered flying back to London to confront his but Charles, weary, embattled, and increasingly reliant on Camilla's counsel, chose neutral. It is best to let the papers cool, he told Harry over a tense phone call. In royal terms, neutrality was the true brilliance of Camilla's trap, however, was its plausible deniability. No one could trace the leak to her. The email? Anonymously routed. The sources? Friends of the palace. The narrative? 1,000 whispers formed. By the time investigators traced inconsistencies, the damage was done. Sponsorships hesitated. Meghan's podcast deals trembled. Invitations to high-profile events mysteriously postponed. Behind the palace curtains, insiders claimed Camilla framed it as a necessary move to protect the integrity of the monarch. Meghan, they said, was too volatile, too outspoken, too ready to play victim when the crown required silence. For Camilla, this was not just about power, it was about survival. The monarchy had little patience for two women shaping the narrative. Then came the twist no one foresaw. Meghan struck back. Weeks after the scandal peaked, a cryptic post appeared on her private circle's social media, a single line: when the Queen plays chess, remember the pawn. Within days, rumors swirled that Meghan possessed damning recordings, private conversations between Camilla and senior aides discussing media strategy, possibly even the so-called leak plan. Whether these recordings truly existed or were another Sussex smokescreen, they sent shivers through the gilded. Camilla, undeterred, launched Phase 2. A high-profile charity gala featuring herself, Charles, and, notably absent, William and Kate, became the perfect photo opportunity. Papers praised her poise, her resilience, her role as the steady hand guiding the monarchy through turbulent. The same week, a palace source leaked a story about Meghan allegedly demanding titles for her children in exchange for silence, a claim swiftly denied, but the seed was planted. By the time summer's end arrived, Meghan's reputation had taken yet another blow. Not fatal, she remained a figure of fascination in America, but in Britain, the tide had turned nearly irreversibly. Public polls ranked her below even Prince Andrew in favorability. The trap had Camilla, The once scorned mistress turned queen consort, had done the unthinkable. She had outplayed the most media-trained Duchess of the. Was it revenge for past slights? A strategic move to cement her power beside a faltering Charles? Or simply palace politics at its most ruthless? Those who know Camilla say she operates like a spider, rarely seen spinning the web, but always at its center when the fly and so the question remains, in the game of crowns, who is truly the villain, the woman who leaked, or the woman who led her in?